Humans have always been obsessed about height, so more and more people are getting surgery to become taller. But it turns out to be really dangerous. Man gets limb lengthening surgery to be taller.
Does that even exist?
And how does that work?
Do they make the bones longer?
He's a good-looking guy, but has always wanted to be taller. Now he's getting his chance thanks to groundbreaking limb lengthening surgery. And we were there as he was rolled into the OR.
If I can be taller, I want to be taller.
There's probably a lot of reasons to want to be taller.
The main reason, I think, is just to be more attractive.
But he's already in a relationship.
Yeah, but he wants to be taller than his girlfriend.
I don't think I'll ever get this, but maybe they're gonna convince us.
Ryan Wade is 5 feet 7 inches tall.
That's not even super short. Kind of a normal height.
Yeah.
After we'd given you that additional height, you'd probably be sitting at very close to 5'11".
Yeah.
Okay.
5'11".
Whoa, that was a solid like 10 centimeter increase. I know 10 centimeters when I see one. Am I right?
Implanting a steel device into the upper bone on both legs.
We use the remote control to slowly separate the bone. This is the remote control.
The remote control signals the device to pull the bones apart 1 millimeter at a time.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
The body makes new bone to fill in the gap.
1 millimeter at a time? That's still significant.
Oh, but also his muscles get stretched. It gets really tight. But also I can imagine that if the body fills up the empty part of the bone, then that is very weak.
I don't know.
I think a lot of people will know, but there's a thing in Baki where they literally have a guy that just becomes very tall by limb lengthening.
That looks like a medieval torture device.
So I push this button and then what happens?
Once you push the button, then that's when you start growing.
Awesome.
The cost? A whopping $75,000.
$75,000.
You can also buy high heels. Same thing.
Way cheaper.
I've got another 70 years left on this planet, and I want to enjoy it to the full extent.
How old is he?
Easiness 30, so he's going for 100 plus years. It's a good effort.
And this is something since I've been 14 that I've always wanted to do. $75,000 towards getting tall. I'm picking getting taller.
Since he was 14. But then you can still grow, my man.
Being taller than my wife is going to be, it'll be a treat.
I feel bad for him. He doesn't need to do all of this. You can tell his girl already loves him for who he is.
You already have a happy relationship.
The main reason why people would do this.
Dating life.
Yeah, right?
At Sunrise Hospital and Medical Center, Teresa is confident.
I think he'll do great.
If he saved up for this, he wants this since he was 14 years old, I'm happy for him. I just don't see myself, and also not recommending, something that could jeopardize your health.
There's nothing wrong with being a bit shorter. Actually, for some things, it's even a positive thing.
Go do gymnastics.
Gymnastics.
Calisthenics.
Also, if you want to be massive, check out the free app we have.
The doctor begins by taking precise measurements of Ryan's leg. Next, he drills into the bone, then surgically breaks the bone.
Oh, no! No!
I went from 0 to 100 real quick.
You can see it kind of going right down the center of the bone.
No. They freaking put that thing in his bone.
Yeah.
Now, 3 months of grueling physical therapy begins.
As a 5'2" man, I can understand why he wants to do this. What I don't understand is why he'd want it when he's already found love and she clearly cares him dearly. I would die to experience that even for a day. And that's the only reason I want it. It's to open the door to a woman's desire for me. Because 12 years of consistent rejection has proven for me that I'm undesirable.
That's kind of the reality here, and why I would almost start understanding why someone would get this.
It was the most painful thing that I've ever gone through in my life.
David Wilson of Los Angeles had the same procedure last year. He was 5'7" and was stretched 2 inches to 5'9".
Imagine doing this. To get 2 inches taller.
I mean, I hope these people are happy.
Just 24 hours after surgery, Ryan is taking his very first steps and feels he's on his way to walking tall.
For him, it seemed to be going great and it looked great, but there are some real dangers with this procedure.
Months of pain, the hospital, rehabilitation, electively.
Yes.
And to me, it sounds pretty extreme.
This doctor is saying what is on 99% of the population's mind.
Like, then you literally say that being tall is like objectively better. In my life, I've literally had more moments that I thought, I wish I was shorter, than the other way around.
Pain is manageable. I was very fortunate that I had a really good support system. I didn't have to be at a job every single day, so I had the financial means for the procedure. My fiance was very, very supportive. It was there for me every day. I had a great neuromuscular therapist, a great physical therapist.
You would do it again?
I'd probably go for another half inch.
Okay, he would have done it again.
I mean, I think
With
what's
technology.
fascinating is the technology.
That's the only thing that I'm impressed by as well, the technology and the surgeon's ability. This might could be the creator of Frankenstein.
Maybe he is, yeah.
If it goes wrong, it goes catastrophically wrong.
I guess you can lose both of your legs.
A lot of people would probably like to be a few inches taller from dating shows
Everyone's told dark and handsome.
to countless articles linking size and success. Being small is seen as a big disadvantage and something you can't do much about.
If you're not tall enough, you will never have a chance with certain people to you know, they just reject you right away.
Another big advantage of being a bit shorter. Planes. Just sitting somewhere in public. You have all the room you need.
Women generally don't date guys that are shorter than them, so it's kind of tough to be a guy and approach a girl that's taller than you.
That's what I thought would be the main reason. Being single and trying to find a date.
So I started off at 5'4" is when I got the surgery done, and now I'm 5'7".
Oh, so it's mainly the upper leg. It's like only the upper leg.
Yeah.
I thought maybe something would happen.
Lower leg maybe, or leg, yeah.
In terms of like perspective, like I still definitely think about height.
What?
I just think about it a lot less.
What?
And I don't think about it as me being too short. You kind of have to rationalize that it is a wild thing that you're doing, but if it's going to make you happier in the long run, then it's worth it.
So he really thought about this, put a lot of thought into this before having the procedure.
This is as close as possible to sort of understanding this. I mean, it's your body, it's your choice.
If,
So
it makes someone happy and it's available, yeah, I mean,
who are we to say like you shouldn't do this?
But is it really worth putting your body directly in harm's way? And hundreds of people are having it done each year.
At first, I thought it was going to be like 10 people in the world have done this.
But hundreds of people do this?
I don't think people are necessarily made aware of all the things that can go wrong. I have had a patient who particularly sticks in my mind who had significant lengthening of his tibias and ended up with rapid onset arthritis. Others who spent months and months and months doing the rehab and eventually lost their jobs. It's moderate to high risk surgery.
My girlfriend in the beginning was like, oh, hey, it would be nice if you are a bit taller though.
My girlfriend, when she wears high heels, is taller than me.
Yes.
Same for you. It's not ideal. I really understand how this could do something with you mentally.
Most people who I've come across who've wanted cosmetic lengthening actually have quite often psychological problems, body dysmorphic disorders.
People are never happy.
No.
Like people, you will always look at yourself like, oh, that could be better, this could be better, this could be improved.
It just impacts them so much mentally. They have body dysmorphia, depression, anything. So yeah, then if something like this could fix that.
Try to be a bit more happy maybe with yourself.
Try other things first.
Yes.
Without putting your life at risk.
From a young age, I was a fan of this guy, Jason Statham, and he has a girlfriend or like a wife who's taller.
Are we actually treating a body dysmorphic disorder, or are we actually giving people a lifestyle choice? So that boundary between what's a therapeutic intervention for people with body dysmorphic disorder who could be helped by lengthening versus people who want a lifestyle choice to be a bit taller is often a difficult and blurred boundary.
Would you recommend it to someone? Would you recommend it as something you get?
That's a difficult one. Would I recommend it? Because, right, every nerve in your legs are being stretched. And so therefore there are times when you can't escape anywhere in your head from the pain. If you did your research and found out how painful it is, a lot of people, I don't think there'd be so many people who would do it.
He didn't say I don't recommend it, but he answered the question not with a lot of positivity.
Seeing the procedure and the surgery, I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it either. No. This is such a heavy topic and we are not here to judge, but I learned a lot today.
That device that makes the bones longer is pretty impressive, but also pretty scary.
Also kind of like this device from the last video where someone made an exoskeleton to beat pro arm wrestlers. It was really impressive, but also kind of scary, so make sure you check out that episode, subscribe for his link, and hit that bell. See you next episode.